train attack number 3. So I've already made 2 videos about my train attacks. I actually have a playlist. I've been attacked so many times on trains in Japan, it warrants a playlist. Crazy. So here's train attack number 3. The reason I'm making this playlist is because Japan is actually not safe and it's not polite. You wouldn't know this if you don't live here. But they attack people if you look like this. Yeah, if you're Gaijin. So this train attack number 3 was the same as the other ones. It was unprovoked. I did nothing. My behavior was completely Japanese on this train. Like always. I think they're racist and they basically just don't care. They're very, very brazen about attacking foreigners in Japan. So, yeah. Here's train attack number 3. So this happened in Tokyo, and this was about 6 or maybe 7 p.m. The train wasn't that crowded. So I sit next to this man. I didn't even see I don't even look at who I sit next to. You see the opening and you sit there, right? This person was in the corner seat, at the end seat, and I was at the seat next to them. If you scripted a plot for a villain, this person would be typecast. They would get the part because they actually looked like a super sketchy person. I realized this after they attacked me. I was like, wow. So they were kind of slumped over in the corner. It was a man. He had a hoodie on, and I think a sweatshirt hoodie and a cap pulled down really low. And he just, he wasn't a super yuppie. Tokyo is the land of super yuppies. So if you're not super clean pressed dressed, and if you're slumped over and kind of, attacking people, you're a loser basically. And this guy looked like a villain. So here's what he did. So I was sitting next to this person, and after I sat down, I touched no one. My behavior is totally Japanese. There's no noise, nothing. I'm just sitting there. I feel his elbow start touching my ribs. It's like against my ribs. And I'm like, that's strange. First thought, that's strange. There's kind of lots of space here and no one ever touches me except the other attacks. By the way, I've been attacked multiple times before this. So this time I was ready. And I was ready, and I kind of, was really paying close attention to see what this person was doing. Is this a mistake? Are they sleeping? Are they just like, and it got their elbow out? And that was not the case here. So it started with a light touch, and progressively, over maybe the next 30 seconds, this person was pretending to be sleeping while pushing their elbow harder and harder into my side. It was a clear attack. It was a slow motion attack. So, I don't know how they would think that someone wouldn't see this as being attacked. Maybe he's a bully type person and just does this to people and expects them to move. I have no idea. You can't do this. This is illegal in Japan. Train assault is illegal in Japan. Doesn't matter if it's a high-speed pop, punch like the other attacks I've suffered, or if it's super slow motion and they're pretending to be sleeping. So the intent is obvious. They know they're trying to attack me because they're fake sleeping. They're hiding in the corner, eyes are closed, all slumped down with this, hoodie and stocking cap, pretending to be sleeping while pushing his elbow harder and harder and harder into my side. So I didn't say anything to this person. I just absolutely buried my elbow into their side. Super hard. Like basically as hard as I could. I was pushing my outside leg to get more pressure and more leverage to dig my elbow into this person. And they pretended to keep sleeping. They didn't wake up. They just kept playing the part like they're sleeping. And oh man, was this some serious regret. I buried my elbow and kept it there 20 minutes. Literally 20 minutes. Station after station. Stop after stop. Just and I started talking shit to this person. I started saying to him, and the whole time he was just pretending to be sleeping, like, oh, nothing's happening here. I was looking at him, I was saying, kimochi ne? Kimochi ne? Feels good, huh? Kaide Okashi, go home, crazy. Kimochi ne? Feels good. And 20 minutes. So that was actually pretty rewarding for me, because I got some big time redemption on this person. Maybe they do this all the time and people run away. The first touch, the person's like, oh my gosh, Actually, they don't scream or say anything in Japan, but they get up and they move immediately. That's probably the case. With me, no. It's like, no. You can't attack people on trains. So, no idea if this was a racist attack. I have no idea. I don't even know if this person saw who sat down next to them. So, I wouldn't chalk this one up into racism just because their eyes were closed and it looked like they were sleeping. Maybe when I sat down, they snuck a peek and they're, this guy's a gaijin, I'm going to show him. I'm going to give him the slow motion elbow, see if he notices. Well, yeah, I noticed. But he could have slept the whole time, and, this is just what he does. This person is just assaulting people on trains. No idea. So, don't know if this is alcohol related. Didn't smell any alcohol, so no idea on that one. But, the other train attacks, they're just regular, sober people. They're just normal people attacking me with their eyes closed. Completely brazen, bold, ridiculous attacks. Just tons of people on the train. People can see what's going on. Cameras can record everything. They just don't care. So, it doesn't matter if they're sleeping. It doesn't matter if they're drinking. You will be attacked. You can be attacked anytime in Japan, day, night, people sleeping, people awake. It doesn't matter. You can get attacked anytime in Japan. So, what I didn't do correctly about this attack is after 20 minutes, and I got up first and left because my stop came. After 20 minutes, I should have grabbed him and held him and stopped the train and made a big fuss. Called the police. Look at the video. Watch this man start to dig his elbow into me. Super slow motion. Like nobody can see. Anyway, watch the video. So that was my mistake, is I didn't push this further. I felt pretty happy with my response already. But the best thing to prevent people like this from doing this in the future is grab them and hold them. Here's a nice video showing an example. If someone attacks you, just grab them, hold them, stop the train, make the train staff come. The train staff will call the police, and they'll be arrested, basically. You'll have to work through the translation. If you don't speak fluent Japanese, you'll have to explain things, but get your story out. Watch the video. Always go back to the video. That will save you. Because a lot of these Japanese people will try and lie. They will try and say, Uso, and this gaijin. The racism starts to come out. Blah, blah, blah. Always go to the video. Always. You're safe. You will always be vindicated in the end, and they will get busted. They will get arrested. That's what you need to do. So, here's another train attack in Japan. This is a foreigner, and apparently they were being pushed or pulled off this train. You need to grab people like this. Grab them. Doesn't matter where they're from, what country they're from. If anyone's trying to pull you, or punch you, or kick you, or elbow you in the side, slow, pretending like they're sleeping, fast, totally awake, which has happened to me, people just pop. Like, what? Dude, you're like using your tablet, and you just hit me. You think I'm not going to notice? All these people, you need to grab them and hold them. And make sure the police come, make sure the train stops. So, that's train attack number 3 in a nutshell. Japan is not safe. Japan is not polite. It's the same as every country. There's idiots here. And assault is big. It's very common. There's train assault signs. Don't assault on trains. There's signs on trains that say this, and mistakenly they have an image of a beer. Like you need alcohol, or it needs to be late at night, or a drunk situation. That's when the attacks happen. No. Attacks happen all the time, in the middle of the day, just for being a foreign person, just for looking like this, and having total 100% Japanese behavior. So, The sign is correct, except cross out the beer part, cross out the alcohol, because train attacks happen all the time in Japan. I've been attacked many times. There'll be more videos after this. There's an attack 4 and 5 coming up. So, these attacks, I don't think they're reported in Japan's crime rates, but basically there's a lot of tourists that come to Japan. They make videos. Japan is so safe. It's so polite. I went there for 6 days. That's not it. You'll never learn about Japan unless you live here. But there's also there's also foreigners, gaijin. They live here for years without ever being attacked. So maybe you'll be a lucky one. Maybe I'm just super unlucky. Maybe I have the attack face. Oh, this guy needs an attack. I have no idea. So anyway, count yourself lucky if you live in Japan for a long time and you are never a victim of attack, right? So attacking is much worse for Japanese women. Chikan is huge. It is the attack culture of Japan. It's sexual assault, groping, sexual groping. It's out of control, crazy. Almost every female in Japan at some point in their life has been attacked by a male, touched, sexually assaulted. Almost every single one. The cuter ones, the more beautiful women, are attacked multiple times. So this is my friend. I made a video about her attacks. She was attacked every single day in high school, touched, on the trains, every day, by men going to work or university students going to work. Every single day. That's absurd. So, yeah. And my attacks, my physical attacks in my country, WARmerica, where I'm from, I was attacked once after 3.5 decades. So I was only attacked once in America. I've been attacked many, many times in Japan, and I haven't lived here a quarter as long as that, like much shorter time. So be careful out there. If you're attacked, stop the train, take pictures exactly where you're at, mark the car, mark the train door, take a video picture of the person, and then grab them and hold them. Don't let them escape. Don't let them run away. Make sure the police come and the train staff come, and stop these people from attacking Japanese people or anyone in Japan. You will be doing Japanese society a huge favor, and you'll be making Japan much more safe.